people. I know I said I was going to post every single week, but that hasn't really happened. I think it's probably going to be every 2 weeks, but it depends because I'm actually very busy and sometimes I can't be bothered to film a video, but I can be bothered today. So today I wanted to talk about my Switch. This is my Switch, this is my baby. Her name is Tilly, and yes, I did wear this dress especially for this video so that I could match with my Switch. I think I bought it 1 or 2 months ago now, and it was actually something that I wanted to buy for months, but the weeks leading up to my exams, I kind of realized I need to revise and actually focus for the most important moment of my degree, so I didn't get it. I saw the videos online of people getting Animal Crossing and I was so jelly, but I was like, self-control, Brie, self-control. So when I finished my exams, I went to go and get it. It was sold out for weeks, but I finally got my hands on it. And the main reason I wanted to get it is because I love games, I love gaming. I had kind of a dream, a wish to meet a group of gamers at university and like go to their dorms and play loads of different types of games, but that didn't really happen. But now that I'm officially an adult and I graduated, I decided to get one for myself, especially with how negative Instagram was at that time with all of the violence and societal turmoil that was America and also the UK. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. But I still wanted technology in my hands. I still wanted to feel, you know, buttons rather than pages of a book. So I got myself a Switch, and then I kind of realized I don't like this color. I should change it up. So I got a skin from America. I was trying to support black businesses, but I didn't realize that the customs would be so ridiculous. So this cost me, I think, £25, which is expensive, I know. And then the plan was that I'm supporting a black business, so it's going to be okay, and I'll spend a bit on shipping. But it got to the UK and I had to pay for like handling fees, which added an extra £14 onto my order. So it definitely was not worth it, but it's here now, so I can't complain. So her name is Tilly. I don't know why she has a name, but I feel connected to her. I think it's the color, but that's what I have. The main reason I wanted to talk about my Switch is because it's not actually in English, it's in Japanese. So I've been playing Animal Crossing, Zelda, and a few other games in Japanese without using a word of English. And the main reason was because I did a degree in Japanese and Korean, and every single week I was in lessons, I was talking Japanese to my tutors, I was reading Japanese books, I was analysing Japanese newspapers, and so I was immersed in the Japanese language. And when I was in Japan, of course, Japanese was everywhere because I was in Japan. But now that I decided to settle down in London, I still need a way to keep the fluency alive, I guess. I wouldn't say I'm fluent, but I need to practice. And although I have a multitude of books behind me, these ones right here, all of these are Japanese, can't be bothered to read them. So I thought, let's pretend that I'm being educational and put my Switch in Japanese. And that's exactly what I've done. It's really good because things like Animal Crossing, its reach is very broad, so it can be for children up until adults, and therefore the kanji that they write all of the conversations in have readings on the top, so I can still practice and make sure I'm hearing words. And then I've got a list of all the words I learned in Animal Crossing, and the same for Zelda. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because a lot of people want to learn new languages, but they can't afford to go there all the time every year. Tickets to Japan are what, £300–400? You might not have any friends who speak the language, like Japanese or Spanish or French, and a great way to do that is to be on YouTube and to follow people who speak that language. But you know, if you want to be a bit more interactive, then gaming is a great way. So I would definitely recommend changing your phone, your camera, your Switch into Japanese or any other language you want to learn. I would say the downside is that I can't keep as up to date as everybody else. There's a few kind of language gaps that I have, and I don't realize what I'm supposed to be doing until I read a little bit about it in English. So there's still a bit of a disconnection, but as I'm getting used to reading it all in Japanese, it's actually getting better. Another downside is the fact that all of the characters in Animal Crossing have completely different names in Japanese. So everyone's talking about a certain character, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. You know, they say when Skips comes, or they're talking about, is it KK? Tom Nook is the most famous character in Animal Crossing. He is the capitalist conglomerate which controls your whole island and steals from you on the daily, and his name is not Tom Nook in Japanese, it's Tanukichi, and his little nephews are not Timmy and Tommy, they're like Mamekichi and something else with a chi at the end. So I do feel like I'm missing parts of it, and I'm not getting the full experience that other people, you know, in America and the UK are getting by playing Animal Crossing. But the fact that I've learned so many new words, the fact that I'm able to interact with all the characters and actually progress in the game without looking at the English, shows that we need to push ourselves, we need to challenge ourselves, and to not be panicked or worried when we get things wrong, we don't understand things. Of course, that's what the internet's for. You know, look up things you don't understand and get a deeper understanding of it. I'm repeating myself by saying understanding too many times, I'm sorry. I'm back. Sorry if the lighting has changed a little bit. I'm back. The thing that drew me to the Switch more than any other console was the fact that it could be handheld. I could take it around with me, and it was kind of nostalgic because it reminded me of the times when I had my Nintendo DS and I would play Mario Kart and Animal Crossing and everything. And so I love the fact that I can do that with my Switch, but I also love the fact that I can plug it into the dock and use a TV screen or use my PC screen, and that really helps when you're playing a game like Zelda where the land is an open world, and so there's so much space around you, there's so many little goodies you can pick up, and you can't always see that on the smaller screen. So I'm really thankful that it has that. I wouldn't say it's completely solved the issue of my Japanese skills decreasing after my classes and exams, but it's definitely helped to kind of curb that decline. So I recommend that everybody tries it because it's kind of fun. And my tablet is in Spanish, so the apps that I have on there like Pinterest and Notion and YouTube are all in Spanish. Because I use it every day and I've already used those apps before, it's not difficult, it's not too scary and daunting, but at the same time I am able to pick up words and to remember them and learn them and retain them more than I was able to when I was actually in class studying those languages with an open book. I hope that encourages fellow language learners to do the same thing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. I'm also on Instagram, so if you want to see more of my life daily, then go on there too. And let me know down in the comments below what languages you want to learn and the ways in which you're actually learning those languages. And I'll see you next time. Peace.